Hey everyone, welcome to this pick a card reading. My name is Elena and this is AngelsCupTarot. Today we're going to be looking at what do people secretly think about you that they're not telling you. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you're finding this is the right time to receive this message. We have 3 piles to choose from: pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. You can pause the video if you need some time to choose a pile, and I'll see you in the reading. Hi there, pile number 1. If you chose this deck or this snowflake obsidian, then this is your reading. So pile number 1, I already pre-shuffled your cards, so you don't have to stick around for the whole shuffling process. And what are we seeing here? So I would not be surprised at all, pile number 1, if you previously chose pile number 1 in one of my other readings I did, which was love related. This could well be a natural progression of those energies and you taking spirit's advice. You don't have to be from a previous reading or have watched a previous reading, but for those of you that did, they did choose pile number 1, and this is such a natural progression from this energy. And wherever you're coming from, pile number 1, I love this energy for you, like what people are secretly thinking about you, because it's just so much fulfillment, and also spirits hinting that you're divinely guided so heavily here. So we have this change of direction card, which talks about what we're seeing here in the tarot deck and also what we're seeing with your oracles. I'm just surprised about this energy, really. This says change in direction. The changes you're experiencing are divinely directed by your newborn willingness to open your heart to love and our guidance. You are protected now and in the future, so follow your path to the happy outcomes you desire. So wow, pile number 1. Yeah, and everything here is hinting to that. So people see you stepping out of your comfort zone into a new version of you, or finding new balance and a new path in emotional fulfillment. And I wouldn't quite say like on the start of this lovely journey, but people see you very in tune with your emotions. So much in tune with your emotions that you completely changed direction into what truly fulfills you. You have flow like water, so everything is talking about emotional fulfillment and your happiness and you being on this path. See, she's really swimming in one direction and she seems to be so confident doing so. And yeah, that's just, see how this just beautifully fits. And I feel as though the colors in this are so uniquely linked to each other as well. People really see you stepping into this Queen of Cups, and she's doing a course. Maybe in your free time you started doing things that fulfill you more emotionally, or people really see you stepping into hobbies, or maybe this is also talking about a career that truly emotionally fulfills you, and you being so mature when it comes to, or you have matured when it comes to your emotions. And I think you're quite unapologetic when it comes to what makes you light up and what doesn't serve you, and you walking away from people, things, and situations that no longer emotionally fulfill you. And people do think about that. And for some of you, I get this specific person that you walked away from that was just not serving you. And as I was mentioning, you could well be from the previous reading I did, because we were seeing this King of Cups, and I think it was in reverse, but I do not quite remember. And everything like in the advice section, if someone is coming from that pile, they did follow up on that, because we just see you walking away from whatever wasn't serving you and wasn't really tangible, or people holding back on being equal give and take, or tangibly offering you something. Everything that just wasn't like a natural progression to you, just you. I don't see you cutting this off in a unnatural way. The way you just handled anything that wasn't serving you was just for people. Like, this is what people think about you. Like, you just naturally walked away from everything that wasn't serving you in such a, yeah, just such a natural progression to being who you truly are, or what you're truly meant to be, or who you are truly meant to be with. You might have found this new emotional fulfillment with someone. This could just, yeah, I mean, it's sacred union. So for most of you, this will be, yeah, maybe a relationship you've recently started, or you recently started dating someone or talking to someone. So something that actually makes you light up, or you're in progression to getting to this place of being with someone that truly lights you up, because you just got a grip on what would actually fulfill you, or who would actually fulfill you, and be equally giving, and just would be a great addition to your life, and would, yeah, give you this emotional fulfillment. But for most of you, I see you being in this mode of the Nine of Cups. Is this a Nine of Cups? Yeah. Because it's just looking like the Three of Cups. It's such a celebration. You could have recently celebrated something, but because this card's just hinting to it, but I feel more of this just being a natural progression to you cutting off, people seeing you cut off what doesn't serve, and actually stepping into a more self-assured with the Emperor here. Very self-assured, very much. It's not giving me cutting off like any, like you being harsh towards people, not at all. You just know what is for you and what isn't, and being unapologetic about it, but not in a cruel or negative way. Just people see you being very much discerning of what serves you and what doesn't. And you completely changed your perspective. So see how this all is coming together. Like the Hanged Man is talking about new direction, change of perspective, and you step out of your comfort zone, and you just literally have change in direction. And then you have this flowy energy, and you walking away from something, just everything's just coming together, and people see that everything's coming together for you. Whatever you did, pile number one, or however you recently handled things, people really see you stepping into your true fulfillment and into your true happiness, and being on the exact right path to doing so. Like something is just, I think people are just in awe of how you did it, or are just surprised that someone could just make this seem so natural. And I think this wasn't the easiest path, because you're leaving energies behind that, it makes me feel of the Eight of Swords. We don't see that here, but that could well have happened. And you just, the Eight of Swords is talking about being tied up to something, being stuck in one place. And I think somehow people were expecting, from what you've been through or how someone has treated you, that this could have happened, like you being stuck in one place. And this isn't even the cards, I'm not even talking about that. Oh, we have the Eight and the Eight, and that's why I was thinking about that, and that's why Spirit's like hinting to that, being what people could have, like what would have been natural for people to see, or what they were expecting out of whatever situation you've been through. And I feel as though especially a person you left behind was thinking that that was going to happen, and you did not take that, you did not progress in that way, and you were so divinely guided. And I feel as though people might not see that. For some of you, people might get a hint of that energy of you needing to be somewhat guided, because it's just so uncanny how you did it. But yeah, you could have easily went into a very different direction, but maybe for what some aren't like recognizing or aren't getting is how divinely protected you've been through this. And you just took the highest path. You went like your highest timeline. This is like your highest timeline you progressed in, and people just see you. I really do believe people are in awe of how you handled something. And even this person you left behind might be in that, but you're so far removed emotionally from what is not filling up your cup that I don't see you. This is not even tempting to you anymore, because you actually understand what is filling up your cup, and people noticing you, knowing what your emotional fulfillment is and where it lies, and you getting a grip more and more of what that would actually mean. But I feel as though, because we're starting with this Queen of Cups, people really think you know what you want emotionally and you know how to get there. And people think you're not afraid of any roadblocks because you're so fixated with this North Node. You're so fixated on where you're headed. And yeah, some people just might not see how divinely guided you are in this. So they might be in awe of how you do it and might just think to themselves, like, how does she know exactly how to progress in this? Because this wasn't easy, and this might have not been easy for you neither, but you just completely changed perspectives on something and just walked away from everything that wasn't serving with this Eight of Cups. Yeah, and for most of you, I get you walking away from this King of Pentacle energy in reverse. Might be a person, might be everything, a representation of everything that was just not tangible and that wasn't serving you in a tangible manner, wasn't adding to your experience, and not, yeah, stably adding to your experience. Could for many of you be that people think that you got a hint of just where you put a lot of effort in the past, which wasn't progressing because people were holding back these assets from you, or this tangible fulfillment. And I think there's this bottle of wine and we have all cup energy. So I think that was something tangible. Oh yeah, and he's drinking wine. We just see you stepping away emotionally from, and see this is wine cups as well. You stepping away from what wasn't emotionally serving you, and seeing that there was no progression, and actually making this progression happen by yourself. So this could be this one person thinking that, wow, they just got a hint that that wasn't serving them, or I wasn't serving them, and now they're doing what actually fills their cup. And I don't even see them being salty about it, really. I think that being aware of their part in this, which I'm not really getting them wanting to change anything or them being very much relevant to you. And for others of you, this could just be scenarios where people did not serve you, or where they held back from you. And you walking away from that. And those people, I don't see them being salty about it. And like, just what is the energy? It's interesting. It's giving me people just noticing what you do and just really like taking notes, almost that, like, mentally taking notes almost, how someone could just transit from one place into another and just step into true fulfillment. And to people, it seems like you went from 0 to 100 when it comes to your emotional fulfillment. They might not have seen what it took for you to get into that place of knowing what actually serves you and what doesn't, and walking away from things that might have not been such an easy task. Maybe it was because we have so much fulfillment and it just seems so natural, but it definitely does seem so natural to people. And it just seems to people that you did this so naturally, and it just came to you almost, but not quite literally actually came to you. They do see you stepping into this emperor figure in order to go into this direction, but it just seems like such a natural progression of you knowing what fills you up. And I think you have people notice that you recently have so many things in your life that actually fulfill you. You're partaking in so many things. You could literally partake in like courses, or indulge in new hobbies, or have picked up old hobbies of yours again, like anything that just fulfills you, any tasks that fulfill you, you have picked up on that and left other things in the past, and people just see that about you, that you did this in the recent past, I feel. And for some of you, this might feel like people might think you went from 0 to 100 into this energy, and just, yeah, like this abrupt change in direction, which is actually serving you, and people just being in awe of that. And for a lot of you, this is you finding your actual fulfillment and happiness, probably with someone else than you did previously, think was going to serve you, and then just did not serve you at all. They kept to themselves. It's giving me on their high horse energy. Like they almost looked down on you from their high horse, and people did notice that. Some people did know that. Maybe it was just this person knowing what they did to you, or how they treated you, how they did not progress in a tangible way. For others, this is also a lot of people noticing what went on, and yeah, you just stepped out of that and stepped into knowing what will serve you and what is serving you, and being on this journey of getting there, or maybe for some of you already being there, because you completely stepped into this energy of fulfillment, of emotional fulfillment. You just snapped into it. For some people, that's what they think when they look at your journey, or when they see you. Just from one day to another, you just knew what makes you light up. So pile number one, I love this about like what people think about you, because I mean, who wouldn't want that? And it's quite impressive to people, and it's also quite impressive to me. And this is just, it's giving such major unapologetic energy, because we don't have the Queen of Swords or anything here, which would be a representation of you cutting things off that no longer serve. But you didn't do it in that way. You did it in a much more major way than that energy. You just put this judgment in reverse, like no judgment whatsoever. I think even towards the situation, people think you're not judging this. You just completely left this energy in the past. You're unbothered, in a sense, in a major way, unbothered. And with this hangman, like also being here, just completely changing your perspective. See, this is all major energies. You step, like how you step out of that and stepped into your emotional fulfillment, majorly, but very grounded, very self-assured, very much putting your foot down, but not in a sharp, like cutting people off type of way, just naturally progressing into what actually and truly serves you. And yeah, I'm just also in awe of you, if that, like, people are in awe of you, and I am right now seeing this energy. So I'm not surprised, pile number one, that people are thinking this way, because whatever you did here was just, yeah, just the right thing. I think many people think you just did the right thing, and you're on this quest to absolute fulfillment. And I think you already are, or people think that you already are super fulfilled. And what's funny is that for some of you, I just get the feeling that whatever wasn't serving you, people think, and I think even the people that did not serve you, or the situations that did not serve you, those people involved think you were right on your money with that, of doing it that way. And so they can't even really be salty about this, because they just know you did the right thing for yourself, and they just know. And I get like righteousness to this, like that you really, yeah, people are in awe of you. And I believe you will attract a lot of positive energy from seeing how you stepped into, yeah, maybe like that hasn't been like your previous comfort zone, but you putting off like people feel like they get like more of a sense of who you truly are, and you stepping out of any masking type of energy, like where you just did what was necessary in order to, yeah, be in one place with like people, situations that just did not fill you, and you just letting go of that, like putting off masks of what you thought people needed you to be, and really stepping into an energy of who you truly are. And people see you being much more unapologetic about what actually, fulfills you, is a representation of who and what you truly are. And I love this for you, pile number one. If you like this reading, make sure to give it a thumbs up. This is all I have for you, and make sure to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of these readings. And I hope to see you again soon. Bye. Hi there, pile number two. If you chose this deck or this rose quartz crystal, then this is your reading. So pile number two, I already pre-shuffled your cards on what people think about you, but won't tell you. We have interesting energy here. So first off, let's start with the easiest energy, which is people think you're very abundant and you're very tangible, and you have your spiritual side very balanced to your practical side, which people love about you, that you have, or that's what's making you stand out for people, is, and what they secretly think about you, is that you really do have this great quality of balancing spirituality with like practical means. And we see a lot of practical means here. We don't, like, you could be more practical with people and less spiritual, but people just notice that side about you, that you have that as well, and that is something that gives you stability, or gives you even more stability. But that's not something that you show people who are not deserving of seeing that side of you. And why am I saying this? Because people that are coming through here, you had a lot of conflict with. There's something very heavy here, very heavy conflicts that you went through, and those are the people thinking, like, you will know who I'm talking about right now, because there's just no way you would not know, because this has been such an intense situation. Oh God. I feel like people try to gaslight you, and those are the people that think about you right now. And I think you noticed what wasn't serving. It's not like you noticed what wasn't serving. Actually, it was real drama we're looking at. Like, people saw you go through a lot of drama, a lot of, I want to say setbacks, but it's not quite giving that energy. You know what energy is giving? It's giving you being generous with people in the past and giving them a second chance, and they totally did not deserve that, and showed them not being deserving of your time, energy, efforts, and that essentially. And you having to leave behind conflict and telling your truth directly to someone. Like, some people think how you spoke your truth and how it ended some conflict, how you put an end to definitely a very toxic situation. And people see you being very protective. Like, it says, yeah, you and your loved ones are safe, new moon in Cancer. And the Six of Winter is talking about, needing to protect oneself. And I think you were not only protective of yourself, but of other people, and also your assets, in a sense, but because people see you so well off in a very tangible sense. You could quite literally be wealthy, but you could also have like a lot of, just in general, like assets somewhat. And maybe some people try to get a hold of that, but people see you not being able to be very flexible because you have so much to take care of, and so much to nurture. But they don't, the people that are like coming through are not close to you anymore. If they used to be in the past, they aren't anymore because of what went down here. So I don't see them having like a real sense of what your day-to-day life is now anymore, like, because you couldn't indulge in any of that anymore. You had to protect yourself from something and someone or some people. I don't really get a sense of this just being one person in specific. Like, this feels more like a very toxic situation where more people were involved, and you knew that you had to get yourself unstuck, or people saw you getting unstuck from that energy and just needing to step into your protectiveness or being very protective. But you did so in a more practical manner than only speaking your truth. Because I feel as though with some people, you just knew when it wasn't time anymore to indulge in any of that, or to be sad about spilled milk, or needing to reassert yourself with certain people or in a certain environment, because it was just not worth it anymore. There was just not, like, no gains in that anymore, and people knew that you knew time had come. And it's a very, very harsh truth I get with this assertiveness card. Like, definitely makes me feel, with the Five of Swords in reverse and you protecting something here, definitely makes me feel like you couldn't quite walk away from a situation. Could be like that it's just, whatever this whole conflict is about is just very close to you in a sense, or is very intertwined with other things that you just cannot leave in the past, quite literally. Because, like, people may be still close in a sense of, um, still, like, you're in the same institution as they are, or you're just same town or same city. Yeah, yeah, that it's giving them not being far away when it comes to space, but you literally are not indulging in spending time with them anymore, giving them more of your energy, more of your assets. Um, and there's like a lot of forceful energy to this. Like, they might have put a lot of force into what went down here. You might as well have done so. And it's a very like, it's not, it's quite, it's quite tough to get a hold of what is going on here. Um, just sneaky energy from some people, and them being like, how is it possible that I did not take from this person? They still have everything they previously had. How could they have been so protective? How could they have protected their assets, their people, everything that was so important to them in such a stable and balanced way? And you did not cry. They see you not crying over spilled milk. And I feel as though they forcefully try to take from you. The Five of Summer is the Five of Cups, and this, we see this in reverse. So usually it's, when it's upright, it's being sad about spilled milk, and people see you not being sad about this situation that went on, and they try to get you in a state of being sad about what left your life, and sad about what you might have had with someone, or like you shared, like, see, she put up this sand castle, and it's just forcefully taken away by the ocean here. But with this Ace of Wands, which is talking about forcefully moving ahead, this force did not take from you, did not take from your stability. And someone literally tried that, and that's someone who's coming through, and they see that they did not succeed in this. But I get a lot of heavy energy, and I get a lot of them they do still know that you were not completely unbothered by this, obviously, because you had to really protect yourself, but you did choose not to indulge in that, or did choose not to indulge in fighting too much, or like over extending yourself to a point where it was taking from you. You did not let that happen, and people saw that, like, you did that. Not, they couldn't take from you. And maybe they did in the past take from your experience, because you feel like they played like a role in your life, or because they're coming off very forceful. This person or these people are coming off very forceful. And yeah, you did get yourself unstuck from that situation. You had to leave things behind, but that did not take from you. Not, they see you still being very abundant, and maybe even more so than when they were a thing in your life, or they almost feel like you left them to be irrelevant. And are they faced by that? Yes, they are, because I feel as though they're not in this, not being salty about spilled milk. They are salty somewhat, that you just, I think you did, there was a confrontation in a sense, but you did really well assert yourself and did not overindulge in any of like the drama or the unnecessary things to the situation, because you knew how crucial this was to protecting yourself and protecting those you love and protecting probably your assets. And you did have the will to, like, at some point, this is giving you knowing that you have free will, and the maker of destiny. I think some people just thought that by all of this drama, you would not know how to handle this, or you would not come out of this with like having everything still intact and still managing to protect your assets, and not finding this destiny for yourself. Like, they thought that the faith of this, the direction it was taking, was to take from you, but that did not happen. And some people are salty about that, but I see you being in a safe place because you've recognized who those people were, and they exposed themselves by whatever happened here, like by being forceful in the wrong way, and you recognize that about these people. I don't see recognizing that first like incident it happened, or like when they were showing signs of what they were trying in regards of you, or what like was toxic about the situation, because I do see you in the past giving them one more shot, and that just, and then you quickly put an end to it, because right away I feel as though they showed you what they were made of and what the situation was doomed to be, because that's what they think. Like, they think this was doomed to be something. This was, you were doomed to partake in whatever they were trying, and you just knew how to protect yourself, obviously. Like, this is giving me such childish and dumb assumptions about someone, or how they could manipulate them, or how they could take from their experience. And I quite literally, pile number 2, I'm so sorry that you had to, yeah, like, had to be at the receiving end of their stupidity almost, because this is giving me very stupid vibes. Whoever was leading this was like all action, no thinking. Like, it does not give me like rational progression in any type of form. Like, the people coming through that are so salty, that are so like, of course you would protect yourself, of course you're going to protect your assets and your family, and not be taken advantage of, right? And these people are just, they did not see that coming. They did not know you knew you had free will and you could just protect yourself and walk away from something. I did not see you walking away in a sense of space, because I think you should still share some sort of environment with them. And I do not mean the closest, because they just don't know a lot about you at this moment in time, because this is giving very surface level, them looking from afar, which is space as well, like them looking, but they still have the ability to see a bit of what you're made of, but very surface level, like very much like it's giving like they only see the walls of where you live, some type of energy, like because you seem to have like this abundance to you in a very much tangible way. Obviously, with the 10 of Pentacles, could be that you have like a very happy, fulfilled family life. Doesn't have to be, could just be you being very wealthy and well off. But the 10 of Pentacles usually is giving like having it all, but we don't see them seeing what you actually do have. Like they don't know about all of that. They just know what you have surface level at this point. They only see surface level because you quite literally put the brakes to the situation. But I get a sense of you being very afraid when it came to that situation, because you went into protective mode. You were like, I don't think you really confronted, but when someone confronted you, you went into being like assertive, but not, you did not dictate the situation. They tried to dictate what would be next. And I feel as though also try to dictate where you would be next. Yeah, I quite literally still see you be in close proximity to this person, but them not getting a real inside look of what your life's like right now, because you're so protective over that. And that is like 10 out of 10 pile too, because wow, I really do feel sorry that you had to go through this and had to like, yeah, there's like horrible people just, because they know that you did not, I, I get that you did not, you came with like good intentions. Your intentions were pure from the get-go. With whatever this is talking about, like you having very pure intentions and being, you're, I think, probably naturally a giver, but them wanting to take advantage of that is just, it saddens me. But you knew, not from the get-go, but then like once you gave it another shot, you knew what these people were made of, so you removed yourself from the situation, yeah, in a very assertive way, very assertive, very self-assured, and they just know, they know. And I get very salty type of vibes, very, why did someone not fall for my trap type of energy. Though they saw this progression of you trying one more time, and they thought that was a sign of you falling into this trap they had planned for you. They had this plan for you, and it just did not go their way. With force, they did so. And they think you just don't care about them anymore, which you probably do, because when, like, why would you? This makes me very sad. And wow, I literally have tears in my eyes tapping into your energy right now. Please, 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 pile number two. Like, no, you did the right thing probably here. And probably this is meant to teach you something, or this was meant to teach you something. We don't see that because we're just asking, like, what do people secretly think? And someone horrible or some horrible people just came through and needed to share their take on a situation and how they're salty about it. Yeah, I would just like tell you, heads up, you do you. And I want to give you the biggest hug and want to tell you, like, you deserve everything you have. You deserve everything and more. And yeah, I'm happy that you got it figured out and you knew when to leave the situation. That's all I want to say here, because that's all we see when it comes to your energy, because you just put the brakes on the situation with this person, people that were a toxic situation, that was toxic, whatever this is. Yeah, pile number two. What like that's all I'm seeing here. Yeah, wow. Maybe it just also like it's good for you to know that you did the right thing when it came to the situation, that you did exactly what was necessary in order to persevere and to persist, whatever tried to tempt you here. But I don't think that was like very tempting to indulge in any of that drama no longer. And you just, you snapped out of that and you like, no, that's not, that doesn't seem like it's going in a good direction. That doesn't seem like and that was never your destiny. You wanted to be there for a situation or for people because you're a natural giver, but you just snapped out of it. And that's, they notice, they know, good thing. Like, keep it going. Good thing. Yeah, thanks for letting me read this energy pile number two. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you listening to my readings, and I hope to see you again soon. And if you like this content, then make sure to give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to my channel to never miss a reading. And yeah, as I was mentioning, I hope to see you again soon. And I hope you are in a very good place, pile number two. Lots of love your way. Bye. Hey there, pile three. If you chose this deck or this crystal right here, then this is your reading on what people think about you but won't tell you. So pile number three, I already pre-shuffled your cards, so you don't have to stick around for the whole shuffling process. And what are people secretly thinking about you but won't tell you is, I feel as though people see you as being very balanced, and I think you have like quite a unique circle. And you seem to be sort of like a gatekeeper to your fulfillment. Um, you seem like not in someone that does indulge in a lot of, I would say, like out of the box type of, like when it comes to people, just it's like you have your people, and I feel as though some people would love to be part of your circle, but it's like very, it gives me like gatekeeping vibes when it comes to your energy. And you seem to see right through people, like not taking any bullshit with the seven of cups in reverse, like no illusions with you, straight to the point. I feel as though people wish you were more generous when it came to your, yeah, like some people just want to be part mm, of like part of being like a part of your life, just because you seem like quite the catch, and people notice that about you. This is like very general. I think like you have like a very assertive vibe to you, whereas people just notice you, and they do think like you have like good karma, or you're someone who's very purposeful, and you might have like a great relationship or have like very great relationships with the people that are actually very close to you. For the majority of you, this is like some people are just, yeah, they I'm getting this like high school type of like you might not you might not be like, I think the majority of you is not in high school, but like I'm getting this like vibe where like in high school you have like this couple that everyone wants to be like and everyone wants to have what they have. And I think quite literally some people just think you have like a lot of emotional fulfillment when it comes to your circle and the people that surround you, and they just want to be part of that. But it's just very hard to, it's like a prestigious type of institution that is very hard to be a part of. And you could have posted something about like a vacation that people just think is very cool, or you could be someone who could be well traveled, or you could strive to do like to travel more, and people know. You could have literally talked about this to some people that you want to travel more, or you made some plans to do, like literally plan a vacation, and people just know about like you, where you're headed next, or have seen where you went recently. You could have shared that with more than your, like, I think that's something you shared with more than this close cycle that everyone's trying to get into, or the people, like literally the people we're asking about right now. But you're the first pile where I get a very general sense of what people think about you or how they see you. The other pies were more like specific people coming through, and you have like a lot of like, I think your close circle is coming through here, and then people from the outside are coming through as well. So we see a lot of like, this is actually what like everyone almost who knows you, like how they see you, I would say very much balanced with the Two of Pentacles here and the Two of Cups. Super balanced person. And then you have such mirroring energy, like that's giving balance as well. Like, see how they just face this, like you're protective of your fulfillment, of your emotional fulfillment, of like your inner cycle. It's giving like your friends, your family, your partner. This is like the Two of Cups is like a soulmate type of energy, and you're just being protective of that and being very in tune and just flow like water. Could also be like referencing this vacation, could be like by the beach, like ocean type of vibes. But this is also intertwined with you being so like having such a fulfilling, yeah, I think just emotionally very much. Other people think that you are, yeah, a keeper, but B, also have a lot of very much fulfilling relationships, being very well off when it comes to having grounded and equal give and take relationships, and you just protecting that, and as you should. But maybe like it's like it seems to be very hard to be part of your cycle, your circle, and your cycle. And this is like 24. See, this is can be divided by two, obviously, like so much balance here. And with the two knights we see, you being very forceful when it comes to asserting yourself, when it comes to your next move. And I think you just, people think you have like the next thing planned all the time. Like there's something new coming in for you all the time, but you also go after the things you want. You want to be in a circle, which is like very specific energy pattern here we have, like very cool and unique. And I think people also see you as being very, yeah, unique, but you also have such an impact on your surrounding, and people just enjoy your company. People enjoy being around you, and yeah, you're literally protective of what you do have, and that being like very fulfilling. And I think you notice that the relationships you build are tangible. Like you don't indulge in anything that is like would look good on the outside. People think that you don't put value in things that look good on the outside, but won't fulfill you inside. So you rather strive to be this yeah, I would say you're very family oriented, or very like you're very much oriented on building very strong relationships that are a foundation in your life, like a very strong foundation. Like you build this very strong foundation, or people just see you as being someone who's capable of. Yeah, it's really giving me like your essence is like someone who's good with people, good with building very good relationships. And it seems almost to people that you really have things figured out, like you're not searching in the wrong directions for anything like you could have, but people also see you as, how would I say it? Like you're not like controlling of your surrounding, of like this inner circle. You're not controlling, and you just fit into the circle you've created, or you're part of. I think more over part of, like I don't see you being the one who like brought everything together. It's more of like it naturally evolved to be this type of way. So it feels like you had a very strong upbringing, or like I get with a lot of you, like your family really shaped your morals when it comes to being there for other people and being there for your close cycle. And I feel as though your family also shaped the way of you perceiving what is right for you when it comes to other people. This is very like you're very much a people person. I don't see you being a people pleaser at all. Like not to the extent that you would like um yeah, you're there for other people, but they're just there for you equally. Like everything's very equal here. It's like very equal give and take in the circle you just established. Um, yeah, and this emperor here in reverse, this is giving me like hunting for new. With the world card here, let's see like how they. That's a weird depiction of the emperor, and it's giving me very toxic masculinity because yeah, them having like these treasuries from hunting, and this is giving like people that go to Africa and for like hunting trophies and just trophy hunt. You're not for like in for like any trophy hunt with like know these people that always extend themselves to a point where they like look for new experience, new people, and they don't have something tangible and they just go off for the next great big thing. You're not this treasury hunt type of person. You're like, I have my circle, I know them well, and that's what people see. Like, sorry if that doesn't like give off your vibes, but that's what people think about you, that you don't like, you see no necessity in hunting for the next great thing. And this is like so ego based. Like people that do this, see how the zebra, like wow, this is a very negative depiction of the emperor, and this is the haunted house deck. So this is very much toxic masculinity, and you don't have like this ego sense of toxicity to you, and people see that as a very tangible quality about you. Um, this is giving like you're fixed on what's actually tangible, like no illusions with you, no. And I also this plan vacation, when you do go outside of your comfort zone, when you leave this comfort zone you created, um, people see you not, yeah, literally not indulging in any type of drama, illusions, ego based bullshit that other people sometimes indulge in. You don't do that. You have seem to have like such great purpose in life, and people value you for who you truly are. But again, with the Knight of Pentacles, I think people think that you do not go out of your comfort zone to gain momentum or gain assets that aren't yours to keep, or things that aren't yours to indulge in. You're more of like that type that's protecting what they already have and building from what you got, rather than going into the distance to find something that yeah, which is like weird because we have this distance card, but then again, it's giving more like surface level, something you told people, or people knowing about where your next vacation will be, or you posting on social media, or like sharing photos, or like more of like actual vacation, yeah, like something people know or notice. So people just think they cannot be part of what you built because it's very hard to get in. Like as I was mentioning, you gatekeeping this, and also other people gatekeeping what you have with you, like very close cycle, very closed off, like and it's giving you do whatever's necessary, and people working with you in a tangible way to protect this. Yeah. So you are free-minded in a sense because by I think whatever you build or the people you've built with give you some freedom. To other people, you're someone who can be very free and flowy because you have so much to, like, you build upon very tangible emotional connections where you can be this very emotional person. Like you give, like, you going with the flow, and you going with the seasons, you going with what's asked of you, and you seem to always get it right. You seem to know what is necessary in order to well, in order to provide, or in order to gain momentum, in order to like put it all together. Even sometimes that might be a juggle in and of itself, might be something that is just not it. What you have is also not something that is easy to acquire. Like these relationships you have is not something that comes super easy, but because you're not someone who's like, what's the next thing all the time, trophy hunting literally, because you're not someone, like, people don't see you as being someone like that. I think that's what it took, being loyal, and that's something that's coming through strong, is like you being very loyal. People see you as loyal, very, yeah, very assertive, just, but that's what it took. Everything like you're made of is what it took for you to be in this place. And it's something I think in your surrounding, in the people that do know you or even know you surface level, think that is like your literal goals, like your literally goals to them. What you have is literally goals, and I think you do know. And the people that are close to you just cherish you extremely for being such a like equal give and take. I think you match the energy all the time. Like you know how to assert yourself, you know how to move in your surrounding, you know how, like, what the next thing is, how to readjust if that's asked and required of you, how to flow, like just always like a natural progression. When like you seem to be like this type of person that just knows how to bring it together when it comes to situations, when it comes to um yeah, just when you meet people that are very close to you, like it's always a good time, and it's always so fulfilling with you, and just, you know, it just seems right for, and like the right thing for the people that are in your life. They truly cherish you, and I think you know, because they give back what you give to them. So this is all I have of what people secretly think about you, pile number 3. It was such a lovely reading. Love to see this energy, and yeah, I just love what you got going on for you. And if you like this reading, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you like my content, then make sure to subscribe to my channel to never miss a reading. And I hope to see you again soon, pile number 3. Bye.